Welcome. Today we're going to focus on our legs. So this is a great sequence to do if you need to stretch your legs out. So let's move from easy pose or standing wherever you are to tabletop, neutral tabletop, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow to just get warmed up. So let's connect with breath. And then on an exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, draw the navel to the spine, arc the back like a cat. On an inhale, drop the belly to the earth, chin to the sky, shoulders down and away from the ears. So just doing a few rounds, connecting with the rhythm of your breath and your body. And then let's land in stillness and neutral tabletop. We'll curl the toes under, send the heels to the earth and the hips to the sky for down dog, waking those legs up. And then we'll walk it out, dropping one heel, bending the opposite knee, back and forth. Nice and slow, really tuning into sensations, tuning into what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And then let's land with the right foot as close to the earth as you're able, left knee bent, hips square to the earth. And then let's straighten and extend the left leg with the foot flexed, taking your left leg as far up as you're able with the hips still square to the earth, and pausing here, tuning into the right side of the leg, to the calf, the back of the knee, the hamstring, up into the glutes. And then from here, let's point the left toes, open the hips, and send the toes to the sky. Keeping the leg straight if it's your preference, or I invite you to bend that left knee, dropping the left toes over to the right side of the mat, opening the hips and doing a partial back bend. And then remembering to take your focus back to breath when your mind wanders. From here, if your knee is bent, we'll go ahead and straighten the leg. Let's square the hips, shift the gaze to in between your hands at the front of the mat. And on your next exhale, knee to chest, stepping it through, high lunge on the left side. So left knee is at that 90-degree angle over ankle. We're framing the left foot with both hands, and all toes are pointed towards the front of the mat. As you're ready, on an exhale, we'll lower the right knee and the top of the right foot to the mat for low lunge on the left side. And so finding breath once again. On your next exhale, we'll take it back into half split, so hinged at the waist as we straighten the left leg and flex the left foot. Let's hold here for a few breaths. And on your next inhale, let's take it forward into low lunge, and we'll continue with movement and breath connecting, nice and slow. Exhale, taking it back into half split. Inhale, taking it forward into low lunge. So connecting with the rhythm of your breath and your body. And then the next time you find yourself back in half split, let's hold for another breath. Foot is flexed. And this time when we move forward, we'll take the left hand on the inside of the left foot as we walk the left foot towards the left side of the mat. We'll connect the side of the foot, releasing the sole of the foot, and then let that left knee fall open to the side. Then you can stay in stillness, or you can add a little movement, rocking back and forth, opening those hips up as well. And maybe you want to take that left hand and push that left knee away from your body as the left shoulder rolls towards the sky. And then on your next exhale, we'll take it back into half splits. Left hand comes on the outside of the left foot. And on your next inhale, forward into low lunge once again. Framing that left foot, we're going to curl the right toes under, lifting the right knee up off of the mat. Let's step back with the left foot, finding our way into high plank, shoulders stacked over wrists, core engaged, holding for a breath. Then on an exhale, bend the elbows to the toes, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, we'll take it up into cobra, chin to the sky, shoulders down and away from the ears. And then let's curl the toes under, sending the heels to the earth and the hips to the sky once again for down dog, walking it out. So we'll move into the same sequence on the opposite side. This time we'll ground down with the left heel, right knee bent, hips square to the earth. And then as you're ready, straightening and extending that right leg and lifting it to the sky as far as you can with the hips still square to the earth and the foot flexed. Tuning into that left leg, the calves, the back of the knee, the hamstring, the glute. And let's point the right toes, open the hips, and send the right toes to the sky. Maybe the legs stay straight. Maybe you bend that right knee and the right toes fall to the left side of the mat for that hip opener and partial back bend. If the knee is bent, we'll go ahead and straighten it. Square the hips, shift the gaze to in between your hands at the front of the mat. Exhale, knee to chest, stepping it through for high lunge on the right side. All toes are pointed forward, framing the right foot with both hands and the right knee at a 90-degree angle over ankle. On your next exhale, we'll lower that left knee on top of the left foot to the mat, finding our low lunge on the right side. Remembering to take our focus back to breath, connecting breath and movement. On your next exhale, we'll hinge at the waist, straighten the right leg, flex the right foot, finding runner's lunge on the right side. And on your next inhale, forward into low lunge. So staying connected with movement and breath on an exhale, back into half split. Inhale, forward into low lunge. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And then the next time you find yourself in half splits, we'll hold here for a few breaths. And on your next inhale, the right hand comes on the inside of the right foot as we walk the right foot to the right side of the mat, releasing the sole of the feet and connecting the side of the foot to the mat for our lizard pose. And if your body wants to move, maybe a little movement in the hips from side to side. Maybe you want to stay still, whatever your preference is. Maybe you want to release the right hand and push that right knee away from the body, opening the right shoulder to the sky. Whatever your body's asking you to do, remember that the intention of yoga is to yoke, to connect breath and body. So really tuning into the needs of your body. Wherever you're at, we'll release and we'll take it back into half split. So right hand on the outside of the right foot, hinged at the waist. Right leg is straight, foot is flat. And on your next inhale, forward into low lunge. And let's curl those left toes under, lifting that left knee up off of the mat. And then step back with the right foot to meet the left in high plank, shoulders stacked over wrist. Once again, core engaged, holding for a breath here. And on your next exhale, bending the elbows to the toes, chaturanga down. Inhale, we'll take it up into cobra, chin to the sky, shoulders down and away from the ears. And then exhale, let's take it back into child's pose. Walking your fingers toward the front of the mat. And then from child's pose, we'll take it back into neutral tabletop, curling the toes under once again, walking it out, and nice and slowly walking those feet towards the hands at the front of the mat. Hands back towards the feet into Uttanasana, forward fold, little micro bend in the knees. And then nice and slow, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Making our way into Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms down by your side, palms facing out. Lifting your toes up off of the mat, grounding down with all four corners of your feet. And then lowering each toe pad, taking a moment with your eyes closed, focusing in between the eyebrows, or soft gaze on drishti, your focal point, whatever your preference, to connect once again with breath, and then to move into the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.